Classic TV stars have a distinct fashion sense, as we all know. Where would Batman be without his tights, or Jeannie without her harem pants? A taste for TV's past has led one man to corner the market on costumes worn by some of TV's most beloved characters. Recognize this slinky dress? How about this outfit? They're all part of an amazing collection of TV memorabilia that just keeps going and going and going.
Those are the first pieces, those bumper cars.
Meet James Comisar, the curator of thousands of TV treasures. It's the largest collection in the world of its kind. It includes such rare items as Johnny Carson's desk and one of Jeannie's bottles from the hit show I Dream of Jeannie.
Major, do you have a problem?
Well, just a tiny one, sir. Really nothing worth mentioning.
Underneath that paint job is a 1965 Jim Beam Christmas decanter. The producer got it as a gift when they were doing the pilot episode, and he said, "Paint it up. That's our Jeannie bottle."
For the past 8 years, Comisar has scoured thrift shops, antique shops, and auctions all over the world. Today, his collection is worth millions.
This guy calls me 7 years ago. He says, "Hi, this is Batman, Caped Crusader of Gotham City." I'm not kidding you. Well, as it turns out, he owned the original Batman costume from the 60s TV show Batman. I finally bought it for like $2,200 or something. Well, the good news is the dynamic duo at auction would now go for $50,000. We have things like Captain Kirk's bridge tunic from the original Star Trek, Alice's costume from Alice, Ralph Cramden's bus driving uniform from the Honeymooners. How about Gilligan's hat, Skipper's hat, the SS Minnow life preserver. We have things like Columbo's original badge and photo ID. You would never know his first name. They never used it. There it is. Frank Columbo is his name. How about the flying nun's whipple, that thing she wore on her head that helped her fly?
Even more interesting than the pieces are the stories behind them. One of Comisar's favorites involves a classic TV icon, Johnny Carson.
The greatest guy I ever met was Johnny Carson, the king of television. And I wrote and called 134 times before somebody decided, well, maybe this is somebody who should have some of his artifacts. And I got a call a week later. Mr. Carson said, "Come on by." So I went to his house to pick up the Karnak turban, this crown that he wore on television for 22 years. And he was the greatest, most humble guy in the world.
Comisar has so much stuff he could never fit it all in his home, so he stores them at several warehouses. We swung by for a private tour.
This is TV land. This is Carol Burnett's Charwoman costume from the Carol Burnett show that she wore when she scrubbed the floors. Very, very important piece. Do you like Donny Osmond? Who doesn't? This is from the 1970s. This is his costume, designed by Mr. Bill Ballou. An interesting fact is, Mr. Bill Ballou went on to design all of Elvis Presley's jumpsuits. How about Pamela's little swimsuit from Baywatch? Mr. Hervé Villechaize wore this as tattoo on Fantasy Island. This is Clayton Moore's Lone Ranger uniform from The Lone Ranger. This is Mr. Burns' Hairpiece and his trademark glasses that he wore for many, many years. This is a 35-cent cigar, but the fact that it belonged to George Burns, $2,500. Good night, George.
Comisar doesn't rent or sell any part of his vast collection, even though he gets many requests. He has something else in mind for these pieces of pop culture.
We are planning a full museum attraction in Las Vegas, Nevada. We're probably about a year and a half away. We all grew up with these guys, and I'm sure everybody would like to come and see them.
Right about that. Those warehouses are literally bulging, all right. Comisar's acquired more than 5,000 TV artifacts, which makes his TV memorabilia collection even bigger than the Smithsonian's. Unbelievable.
That is unbelievable. All right.